Yes, everybody, how are we all doing? And we have new winners of the 2025 FA Cup, Crystal Palace. Wow, what a performance! Absolutely brilliant. And I think the whole footballing world are buzzing for this team and happy. And as an Arsenal fan, just before I go any further, I'm an Arsenal fan, supported Arsenal 33 year, but started this YouTube channel, it was all Arsenal, but then I wanted, which I've always done for years and years, spoke about Arsenal obviously, but I decided once I started seeing my channel doing little bits, if you want to call it that, I wanted to talk about other football clubs because I've always done it. I played football myself when I was younger, etc., and I just love talking about football. I love watching good punditry. So I like to talk about other clubs, and I have done on my channel. And Crystal Palace, I've done one on them before. About they could have a massive payday in summer with the players what they've got, because this is going to bring me on to it very shortly. I mean, what a I look at Crystal Palace now and I think even 12 with that team they've got, they are damn good enough to be about 6th or 7th. Now I'm going to say this because this league, this season has been just Liverpool. That's all it's been, just Liverpool. Let's just get that straight. It's just been Liverpool's league, and Onslaught has embarrassed my manager, who I can't stand, Mikel Arteta. I just want to get that out there. Can't stand him. Arrogant, stubborn, smug prick. And I hope he gets sacked by Arsenal. But Crystal Palace, with this team, you used to look at Crystal Palace and think they've got that one man, Andy Johnson, Dean Gordon, Dwight Gale, Wilfred, I know Palace, Wilfred Zaha. They've got a man what turns up in special occasions. But you look at this team now and you think, my God. Now, this is where football's cruel, everybody, because you are going to lose some of your top players. It's inevitable, it happens, and it will happen. And, what a way to leave. If the at least two of your great players are going to leave, they probably get offered more money, and they might go, no disrespect, to a club what could potentially win the Premier League. But if you can keep this team together and not lose too many, and go again in the summer, like invest probably the best you have, I can see Crystal Palace taking around. I can see him being in the top 6 next season. That is if you can keep these players together. Now just look at this with this Crystal Palace team. You've now got a fantastic goalkeeper in Henderson. Chris Richards, who I think is getting better and better, and he's proved this season brilliant right back. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Laricos, Lacroix. I'm not Lacroix. I'm not sure, but he's showing he's a good centre back. And Mark Gahey, which we all know about him, and let's be straight, in Euros, he was one of the standout performers for England. So his career is just going higher and higher and higher, and he's getting better and better. Munoz, just a busybody, flashing pan, rapid, great engine on him, up and down all game. Kamada, where do we call Kamada a signing because Oliver Glasner had him at Frankfurt, Ulrich Frankfurt? Maybe, because he was doing well there, and then I think he went to Lazio. I think. I could be wrong on this, and as soon as Glasner takes over Crystal Palace, obviously he knows him, he brought him in. And he's someone who started a bit slow, and you think, maybe his Premier League a little bit big, too much of a big step up for him. But he's starting to show that he's a good player, and I have seen him a few times at Frankfurt, and he is a good player. He's a problem. He likes to get on ball a lot and get things ticking. And it seems like he's just like all this Crystal Palace starting 11 are really, really playing to Glasner's tune. They really are. Like, they just look like they're all in sync together. And then you've got Watton. I mean, how do you keep him, Crystal Palace fans? How do you keep him? Because he looks like a young powerhouse. Like someone who's... Do you know the funny thing is? He's a little bit like Declan Rice. He's a baller. You can see him just giving 110% every single game and wants to win. And he just looks like a baller, a bit like Declan Rice. And then you've got Mitchell, who's doing fantastic as well. And then you've got Sarr, who I think was at Marseille. And obviously you've signed him from there. I think this is Sarr. Sarr used to play for Watford. Then went to Marseille. And then came obviously back to the Premier League. To the Premier League. To obviously Crystal Palace. And he's been great this season. He's rapid. He's got a good eye for goal. And it looks like he's found his club. And I don't think he's going anywhere. I think you'll be able to definitely keep hold of him. And Eze, I mean, I have to say this. Obviously, it was at Arsenal for a youth player. I will hold my hands up. I would love my club to sign him. But will he stay? Will he look at this and think, you know what? I don't have to leave yet. I don't have to leave. And he might stay another season and just see what you guys can create, see what you can do next season. Now, you are going to need a big squad because everybody knows if you ain't got a big squad and you enter Europe, it crushes you. It absolutely batters you. We've seen that with other teams. But I just look at this Crystal Palace team now, and it's not just one player now. They're all in sync together, and you've got some fantastic players. Let me just get that straight, honestly. You really have got a very, very good team. We look at Crystal Palace years and we think the bullish, the ruggish, the no-nonsense players. And then you great players like Attilio Lombardo. And you just obviously always knew it was going to be tough going to Selhurst Park. But there was like a player what would stand out, but there wasn't many. But now this team's got, like I say, great goalkeeper, great left back, great right back, great centre backs, great centre midfields, fast, eye for goal scorers up top. Mateta. Oh my God, that guy is a beast. Is a problem. His work rate is phenomenal, and he can score, and he can damn well finish. Honestly, he's absolutely class. And again, started very slow at Crystal Palace. It looked like he was on his way out. This season he's been absolutely brilliant, and with his injury as well. He's a beast. He's a problem. He's fast. He can score all types of goals. That goal he scored against Arsenal where he chips Raya. He scores headers. He's got a shot on him. Brilliant. And then you look like, say, this. I'm so happy for Crystal Palace. Like I was for Newcastle to win Carabao Cup because I grew up with a lot of Geordies around me of all different ages. But Crystal Palace founded in 1861. Like I said, over years you would look and think, tough place to go, very tough place to go, Selhurst Park. But there was always just like that one player, one or two, like Attilio Lombardo. Like over years there would be my idol growing up watching, Ian Wright, obviously Arsenal legend. Then you have Mark Bright, Wright and Bright. But then there were Dean Gordon, John Solarco, and Andrew Johnson, Zaha, Nigel Martin, Dwight Gale. When you used to look at them, you would be like I said, one or two are a threat. They can hurt you. But with what you've got now at your disposal, you have got a brilliant team. They're all in sync together. The balance looks fantastic. Glasner looks like he's found his club. And good on you, Crystal Palace, because you deserve this today. You battered Aston Villa. You've come twice runners-up in 1990 against Man United. In, obviously, 1990. And then again in 2016. It's understandable. Man United, was a good team back then. A very good team. In the 90s, very good team. So to win your first trophy and beat Man City, beat Manchester City, and not even let them score. That's fantastic. Honestly, that is brilliant. And Glasner is going up there in my numbers regarding manager of the season. If Newcastle finish second, I have to give it Eddie Howe. I just do. It was Slot second. Well, let me change that. I did give it to Nuno at Forest because I think that was incredible from where they were last season, fighting relegation, to being third nearly all season, semi-final FA Cup. But that's changed because Forest might like a seventh. So Glasner is definitely going to be in my top 4 manager of the season. And I just think it's brilliant news today. I think the whole footballing world is lapping this up. I think they're so happy to see Crystal Palace. What a day for the Eagles. What a day. What a day. And great fans. Everyone knows that when you're at Selhurst Park, and even when the away fans. And I just think fantastic to beat Man City and all. When they were punneling you at the start of the game, they were smothering you, and you just think, oh my God, how can Crystal Palace contain this? But because you've got a fantastic team now, you really have. Henderson, Richards, Lacroix, Guy, Muniz, Watton, Eze, Saha, Mitchell. It's all in sync and the balance is there. So Crystal Palace, congratulations, you are the 2025 FA Cup winners. Wow. Brilliant achievement. Enjoy your night celebrating.